Hey guys, it's Harry here and welcome back to this weekend's episode of the Approved Used BMW of the Weekend here at Sycamore Peterborough. In a few episodes of this series we featured G Series X5s. This week I've got this lovely, timeless F Series X5 to show you around. It's a beautiful example and I cannot wait to show you some of the features exclusively in this vehicle. So without further ado, sit back, relax and enjoy whilst we take a look at this week's example. So here we have it, the BMW X5 xDrive 40D M Sport in its F Series layout. Doesn't it look gorgeous in that mineral white paintwork? And it works very well with the gloss black accents contrasting all around the vehicle. So starting at the front, of course, we've got nice large LED headlights and they have that angel eye design iconic to the F Series of BMW, and it really makes the front end of this car look sporty and aggressive despite it being a nice, comfortable and large sized SUV. Under the bonnet we've got that 40D engine. That's a 3-litre 6-cylinder engine putting out around 300 brake horsepower, so plenty of power in this vehicle, plenty of torque, gives it a really nice responsive drive, yet yields remarkable efficiency as well for a 3-litre engine. We've got gloss black grills at the front here, really nice sporty styling, and as I mentioned earlier, they contrast really nicely against the mineral white paintwork. Front parking distance control, of course, and we've got our halo style fog lights down the bottom here. And as I mentioned also at the start of the video, it's a timeless styling of car. Although this is a 67 registration car, when you look at it from the front, it still both looks like an iconic BMW, very sporty and still very, very beautiful. So without further ado, now let's take a look around the side. So now moving down the side of this lovely BMW X5, we've got the M Sport badging, of course, down the side there. We've got these real active side vents down here, actively channel air around the side of the bodywork to make the car more efficient, more aerodynamic, and they also are a really nice styling point as well. On the older generation of X5, we get xDrive 40D down the side here rather than on the back, and the car is sitting on these beautiful black 20-inch 469M double spoke alloys, and they work really nicely with the mineral white paintwork on this vehicle, and again being gloss black, tie in perfectly with that grille at the front and the gloss black accenting seen around the windows and also on the roof rails as well. And now moving around to the rear of this lovely BMW X5, as I mentioned earlier on, the xDrive 40D badging on the F Series is down the side. However, we've still got X5 model designation on the rear here, sporty large exhaust, reversing camera and rear parking sensors, and an electronic split tailgate, top half being electronic, bottom half is manual. So all you've got to do is just pull this handle and that drops down, reveals a huge amount of boot room. And if we get rid of this parcel shelf as well, which is manually retractable, we've got even more space back there, and coupled with that false floor storage underneath there, and this is a very deep false floor, so you can actually fit quite a lot underneath there, including the car's complementary toolkit. And we've also got buttons in the rear there to fold down those seats. We've got an 80/20 style folding seat there, so plenty of room in the back, as if the boot already wasn't large enough. So welcome to the interior of this week's lovely BMW X5 xDrive 40D M Sport. And although being a slightly older model, it still does feel very much classic BMW inside here. One thing to note massively is this big open panoramic sunroof, which can actually be properly opened as well and slid back. A really nice design. It lets so much light into this cabin, and don't get me wrong, it's already big enough, but it makes it feel even more spacious. If we turn our attention to the front, we have also, again, with this being a larger car, a larger iDrive display operating on iDrive 6. And we've got the classic iDrive controller down the centre here as well to operate that display. However, it is also touchscreen, which is a nice addition. Below that, we've got dual zone climate control, and with this being a larger vehicle, we've got dual zone temperature control and dual zone fan control in the front. And for the rear passengers, they have vents as well to keep them nice and cool in the summer and nice and toasty on those cold winter mornings. In front of me, classic style BMW M Sport steering wheel, paddle shifters on the back linking to that 8-speed automatic transmission, and being an X5 this does have an electronic steering column which ties in with the memory of the electronically operated seats, and both the passenger and driver seat are electronically operated. In the rear, back there, passengers have plenty of room, more than enough room to seat 3 abreast, plenty of foot room as well. And if I move this seat back into my driving position, whoever sat behind me has still got plenty of generous and comfortable leg room. And ahead of me as well, analog dials, which I know some people do prefer over the digital, and they are without a doubt a very nice touch to this X5. Down the centre, we've got a split folding centre console. We've got the auxiliary input in there and USB charging port, which can also be used for media streaming from your mobile device to the iDrive system. We haven't got Harman Kardon or Bang & Olufsen in this vehicle. However, we have got the upgraded hi-fi system, which still gives us separate tweeters up at ear level to really raise that sound stage. And we've still got those powerful under-seat subwoofers to really give the punch into the bass. Another nice feature to note, which is unique to this generation of X5, is a double adjustable vent. So these side vents, you can adjust, for example, one up at the window to get better coverage in the winter when the windows tend to fog up, and also have one pointed down at you to keep you warm, or in the summer, vice versa, you can keep yourself cooler. Just a really nice little touch, and sometimes it's the small details like that on the interior which really make it a nice place to be. And on that note, it is a very, very nice place to be in here. Plenty of space. Being higher up, you've got a fantastic view out the windscreen of the road, and especially with those nice big mirrors and big side windows. Plenty of room in the back for those passengers, and riding on air suspension as well. This car is incredibly comfortable and quiet out there on the open roads. So there we have it, an absolutely gorgeous example of the F-Series X5 in a 40D engine format, finishing that mineral white, and having covered just under 45,000 miles, it's ready to be made yours this weekend at Sycamore Peterborough. So if you like the look of this vehicle, would like to test drive it and make it yours, make sure you give our friendly sales team a call on 01733 70 70 70 and book your appointment with them this weekend so you can have a look around this vehicle in the flesh and in even more detail and make it yours. It's an absolutely beautiful example, really clean, and has a lovely colour and spec interior specification. Thank you for watching this week's video, and as always, if you're enjoying this series, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already, so you don't miss out on any future episodes, as even if this car isn't for you, you never know, one of our other vehicles featured in this series could be the perfect approved used BMW for you. I'm Harry from Sycamore Peterborough. It's been a pleasure showing you around this week's vehicle. Have a fantastic weekend and take care.